Hi everyone, it's Rie. It's been a while. I think last time I posted a YouTube video was almost a year ago. The reason I couldn't post, I was working on special project and finally I can share with you. I wrote a book. It took 2.5 years to write a book. I wrote 85 recipes, also talk about Japanese ingredients, story behind who I am today. This is definitely labor of love, and I feel like this is my second child. My cookbook comes out October 24th, 2023, and to celebrate, I would like to share one of my recipes. Today we are making easy ramen. You can buy my book anywhere books are sold, or you can check out link in description, or support your local bookstore. Let's talk about ingredients. If you have my cookbook, Make It Japanese, it is page 150. I'm so happy that I can see a lot of ramen shops in LA and across the US. But I feel like a lot of ramen place is focused on tonkotsu, which is pork broth, and it's a little heavy for me. And whenever I go back to Japan, I like lighter broth, especially the kind called Shoyu Ramen or Shoyu Ramen. So I really wanted to recreate for my cookbook. Initially, I wanted to make this ramen with clams. I know that a lot of people are a little bit scared of cooking clams. So, secret ingredients. Clam juice. It is very accessible. You can find in a grocery store. And you use this for Bloody Mary and clam chowder. If you never use clam juice for your cooking, don't be afraid. This is great. Alright, let's get cooking. For my cookbook, all the recipes are serving for 4, but today I'm making for serving for 2. And let's start making scallion garlic oil. And I'm going to cut one scallion, and it's kind of long, so I'm going to just cut it in half. I only need 2 cloves. Try to cut it as uniform as possible. And I'm going to put it in a small pot. Add 1/4 cup of canola oil. You want to use neutral oil because you want to infuse garlic and scallion flavor, and the neutral oil is neutral. Neutral oil doesn't have any flavor, so they soak up all flavor from garlic and scallion, and it's gonna be so delicious. And you want to do low and slow. Cook about 15 minutes or until garlic is golden brown. Remove from the heat and set aside. Sauteed cabbage is the easiest topping when I'm making like quick ramen. So you're gonna just like slice cabbage very thin, and I'm gonna just saute and finish with sesame oil. To finish, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. I like finishing toasted sesame oil for my sauteed cabbage. I think it gives so much good flavor, like really nutty. I'm going to set this aside until we are ready to eat. For ramen, I want the boiled egg in between soft boiled and hard boiled. I don't want the yolk to be too runny. I still want to bite into it. Set timer for 8 minutes. Alright, timer is up. I'm going to cool these eggs immediately with running cold water. Clam juice. When I first went, I found it in the same shelf as canned fish like tuna, but this time I couldn't find it. I found it at the fish counter. So this is my can opener. It is very classic Japanese can opener. I like it because it is small, easy to use, and it comes with the little bottle opener. So I'm going to use 2 cups of clam juice, and it's so convenient. It is 8 ounces, which is a cup. 2 cups of chicken broth. Bring it to a boil. For ramen noodles, this is my favorite noodle. It's san noodle. It's called kaedama. What is kaedama? It's refill noodles. So if you go to Japan, go to ramen shop, you slurp all the noodles, and if you still have plenty of soup and you're still kind of hungry, you can order additional noodle and you can eat it until you get full. And san noodle makes fresh noodle. This is perishable. So you can find it at the noodle section in the refrigerated section, or sometimes you will find it in the frozen section. I found it in the frozen section in Whole Foods. I think they are selling in Costco as well. So definitely try it. This is one of the best ramen noodles you can find in the States. Chicken broth and clam juice are boiling. I'm going to turn off the heat. I'm going to add half teaspoon of salt. I personally like to use sea salt instead of kosher salt because sometimes kosher salt has a little bit metallic flavor. And also this is kind of like ocean clam juice flavor, so I feel like sea salt kind of enhance the flavor a little better. Soy sauce, 1 tablespoon. If you are cooking Japanese food, I recommend to use Japanese ingredients, especially soy sauce. This one is Sanjay's tamari. Tamari is a gluten-free one. Like all Japan's neighborhood countries like Korea, China, they also make their own soy sauce, but each country make different way. So if you want to make Japanese food, I highly recommend to use Japanese ingredients. Star. So now we're gonna boil ramen. The beauty of fresh noodle is they cook super fast. I think it's only 2 minutes. Kind of wanna stir, make sure noodle is separated. Looks good. I'm going to drain. I recommend use ramen noodle from San Noodles, but if you cannot find it, I also have a very useful hack. It's page 155. You can boil spaghetti with baking soda and it's kind of tastes like ramen. So we have all the ingredients ready and we are going to assemble. First, I'm going to add half amount of scallion oil. I spoke to my friend who runs ramen shop and he said to make a good broth, it's all about flavored oil and broth. Fat is very important part of making good broth. I'm using 3 different kind of oil. One is scallion oil and another one is sesame oil. 1 teaspoon of sesame oil and the third one is butter. Add broth. Put the cabbage on top. Some people kind of like, freak out when I cut egg on hand, but as long as you don't slice it, your hands are fine. Egg, scallion, butter, just a slice, and add some toasted sesame seeds. All right, that's it. How easy was it? All right, let's dig in. I'm so hungry. Kind of want to melt the butter. And it's so good, it's just hitting the spot. Butter is very much necessary. It's super easy, but still like very comforting. I think you guys are gonna love it. I really hope you guys make at home too. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you get the copy and enjoy reading this cookbook as much as I enjoyed writing it. See you next time.